Professor V.C. Kulendaswamy.
Education Secretary Sri Giri, Dr. Gopalan, ladies and gentlemen, I am extremely happy to be able to participate in this pleasant function this afternoon. Without any exaggeration, I should say that this is a unique occasion. As far as this country is concerned, if you look at our culture of working, we are not very strong in horizontal collaboration. By and large, our culture is one of vertical hierarchy, orders emanating from the top, flowing downwards, and being accepted and implemented with varying degrees of efficiency. This is perhaps one of the occasions when two institutions of equal importance have come forward to collaborate with each other in order that we make the optimum use of the facilities that we have in our institutions. This particular step may or may not be of importance as far as NCERT is concerned, but to us it is very valuable. Dr. Gopalan, we are an institution entirely dependent on the collaboration and help of a large number of agencies spread all over the country. If you take our infrastructure, either in terms of office buildings or classrooms or laboratories, it is only an insignificant part of the total facilities that we make use of in the country. If you take our core staff, it is a very small number of the total manpower that we make use of in the country as a whole. If I am to give you a quantitative information, taking teaching alone, our staff strength is around 150. But we make use of 300 coordinators and assistant coordinators and around 7,000 academic counselors who are all academic people. And it is the services of these people we make use of. And therefore, an agreement of this type is to us in the nature of our occupation and our approach. Sir, we started with a memorandum of understanding with Pondicherry University. This is the second in the particular process, and we are hoping, and I am optimistic, that we might enter into a similar memorandum of understanding with the National Institute of Rural Development at Hyderabad as far as our rural development program is concerned. It may not be out of place if I make very few observations about distance education itself, because notwithstanding the fact that we have over 40 conventional universities offering correspondence courses, having 4 state open universities and a national open university, there is considerable misunderstanding or lack of clarity with regard to distance education itself. I shall not be elaborate. It is not a competitor to the conventional system. It is neither a substitute nor a supplement to the conventional system. Our target group is different. The kind of courses that we offer are mostly different, even though there may be a few overlapping courses. We had, what you all know, the Gurukul system. There is absolutely nothing wrong with the system. It is one of the best ones. Even today, people learn Bharatanatyam under the Gurukul system, the classical music under the Gurukul system, even medicine like Ayurveda under the Gurukul system. But you cannot learn allopathy, even under the most talented of teachers, if he is only a single individual. The best of engineers will not be able to produce another engineer. And therefore, the industrial development, both in terms of the complexity of the subject, as well as the total manpower requirement, made the Gurukul system inadequate. Not that there was anything wrong, but it was inadequate to meet the needs. But today, as we stand towards the end of the 20th century, we find that the classroom system or the conventional system is again inadequate to meet the new demand and the new challenges. When we designed the classroom system in the last 2 centuries or even earlier, we did not so seriously mention about human resources development. By and large, it is a relatively new concept. Nobody thought so seriously about universalization of education. Equity in educational opportunities was never such a burning topic as it is today. Lifelong education and continuing education were not problems even at the time when I graduated. So therefore, many demands on education, many challenges on education, not contemplated at the time when the classroom system came into existence have come today, and therefore you need a new system. And the new system is the one that we now call the distance education system. These developments indicate two aspects. One, large numbers are involved, and the target group is such that the rigidity of the conventional system does not suit them. And because of the fact that distance education can make use of technology, it has high productivity, and therefore with a cost effectiveness it could handle the number which otherwise is not possible. I hope and trust with the kind of collaboration that exists between Indira Gandhi National Open University and NCERT, and with similar agreements that we might possibly reach, we would make distance education serve the needs for which these institutions have been founded. Thank you very much for the opportunity given, and I wish all the best as far as this project is concerned. Thank you again.